Greetings, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Alicia, and in today's video, I am showing you 3 different dinners that are so quick to make, especially during those crazy weeknights. One of these meals in particular, my kids and my husband too, absolutely get so excited about whenever I say what I'm going to be making them. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. The very first meal I'm going to be showing you guys is this Crockpot Butter Chicken that I found through Half Baked Harvest many years ago. I've been making this for several years now. I love this recipe for several reasons. One, it's a crockpot meal, so you can just start it in the morning and it is ready for the evening whenever you return home from work. The other thing I love about this is that it is super flavorful. So you see that whole lineup of spices right there. It's not actually spicy. It's just there's a lot going on in it. So don't worry about that if you're concerned about it being like spicy. What is really funny about this recipe is that a long time ago, when I was pregnant with my middle son, so my younger son, I had read that to help induce labor that you should eat spicy food. So I did not want to be induced. I was induced with my first, and I wanted to avoid that ordeal again. So what I decided to do was I remembered this recipe, and I remembered how much spices went into it. And what I did was I made it for dinner, I think 2 weeks before my due date. So I had it for dinner. The next day I had it for lunch. That night I went into labor. Crazy, right? Okay, so there's that. I decided to try it again with my third. I was like, all right, maybe it'll be the exact same thing. Let's give it a go. So again, with my third child, I made this a few weeks before. I had it for dinner. The next day I had it for lunch. You guys, I kid you not, I went into labor. I know this could have just all been a coincidence, but I feel like just because of how many spices are going on in here, it really helped maybe. I don't know, but I'm really calling this dish like the kickoff to labor meal. So if you're pregnant and you don't want to be induced, maybe try this. I don't know. It could have, like I said, been a coincidence, but now I will always remember what this meal did for me back in the day. So we're a family that really does enjoy Brussels sprouts. I usually like to either roast them or pan saute them. But this time I decided to try something different. I wanted to try the air fryer. I kept reading about how it'll be really crispy and delicious. So I thought I would switch it up and pull the air fryer out. I need to use that air fryer more often. I don't really have that many opportunities to use it, or I just don't research a lot of recipes that call for air fryer. So if you have a tried and true recipe that you love for your air fryer, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear it and maybe try it someday. But this recipe was actually pretty good. I will share that link with you guys in the description box. But I think I would change it next time and probably decrease the temperature, but up the time, if that makes sense, because they were crispy on the outside, but the inside was still a little bit tough to chew. But the actual flavor of them was phenomenal. And with this butter chicken, I always serve naan bread. This is straight out of the freezer. I get my naan bread from Costco because it's cheaper, and they usually have it on sale too. So the naan bread defrosts super quick. I usually just lay it on the counter for a few minutes while I'm making the jasmine rice and whatever else I'm making. And then I put it in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes. I just put it directly onto the rack. I don't use anything special. I just throw it in there and then pull it out after about 3 to 4 minutes of it warming up, and it is good to go. I generally serve this butter chicken with jasmine rice, but of course you can use basmati rice or white rice, brown rice, whatever you have, and then serve that up with some cilantro on top. But what I love about this meal is that while it's great for dinner, it is phenomenal the next day. It just tastes so good the next day. So make sure that you made enough for the following day. This next meal is absolutely one of our favorite meals to have. We call them the Tavern Sandwiches. Other people call them loose meat sandwiches or made right sandwiches. It's basically just ground beef, which simmers like in a broth, but it is so simple, super delicious and easy. I'm going to show you right now. There's two actual ways that you can make this. You can make it like the fast way, or you can make it the fancy way. I guess I could just say a fancy way would be actually using fresh garlic and fresh onion, or the fast way could just be using garlic powder and onion powder. But in today's video, I'm actually using the fancy version of real onions and real garlic. And like I mentioned, you don't have to do that, but I just think it tastes just a lot fresher in my opinion. And right here, I'm draining off the grease that came off of the ground beef. What I like to do is I like to have like a Starbucks cup and I keep it in the freezer. And so anytime I like go to make bacon or dishes like this where there's just grease, I like to drain it off into that cup, and then once it gets filled up, I can throw the whole frozen grease cup away. It's just a time saver for sure. All right, I'm gonna get ready to make some macaroni and cheese. It's gonna be a stovetop. It's gonna be really good. While my meat mixture is simmering, I'm gonna start it. So I'm gonna use some cavatappi. I have some in bulk that I got from Winco. There's only about 8 ounces in here, so I need to take some from here to make a full pound of it. And then here's some of the ingredients. So I have some cheddar, some mozzarella, and then I have a little bit of Parmesan, probably like a 1/4 cup of Parmesan, just to give it a little bit more of a sharp taste. I have some milk. I have about, I think it's like 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and then about 1 cup or so of just regular whole milk. I have some garlic powder, some cayenne powder, and some nutmeg, an onion, which I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here in a second, and then some butter. For the onion, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my grater and I'm going to use the smaller holes on this side because I want to get some of the onion, but I also want mainly the juices. So I want the juice of the onion is what you're kind of wanting in this dish. It tastes so much better than onion powder. And besides, I already had half of the onion go into the meat mixture, so I don't want to waste this onion, so this is the perfect opportunity to use it. You can already see the onion juices coming out of the bottom. That's exactly what you want. In fact, you could probably just do this right over the pot, which probably is a better idea, in all honesty. But no, ew, yum. All right, so that means I need to hurry up and get my butter melted in a skillet so I can kind of saute this up. Oh my gosh, it's so strong. I just dropped my butter in here. Now I'm gonna add in the onion and the onion juices. I'm gonna do just a little bit of nutmeg. Like, I don't even think that's like a measurement. Maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, if that. And then a little bit of cayenne, less than the nutmeg, because I don't want it to be too spicy for my kids. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Obviously, I need to do salt and pepper. Oh, some paprika. Sorry about that, I forgot. We need some paprika. I had it out. There we go, because I knew it was like a little bit redder whenever I make it. And it's the paprika that makes it red. I'm gonna drop my pasta in here right now. All right, I'm gonna put my milk in here.
Mama, cooking?
What am I doing? I'm cooking for you to eat dinner. Hot, yes, very hot. Okay, I need to remove this lid. I am multitasking to the max right now. I'm gonna let this come up to a simmer before I add in the cheese. The timer for the pasta just went off, but I'm gonna collect a little bit of the liquid gold just in case the macaroni and cheese gets too thick, and I'm gonna put that to the side. And this is actually thickening up pretty nicely, so I'm gonna add the cheese, but first I gotta drain that. And then moving on over here just to show you an update, the liquid is dissipating pretty nicely. So we still got about probably maybe 5 to 7 more minutes on this, which is fine because I still have 8 minutes left on my timer down here for some roasted cauliflower and broccoli. So I got a lot going on over here, but it'll all be done basically in about 10 minutes. Just strained my pasta. I'm gonna add my cheese into here, and it's gonna be all the cheese that I grated. Oh, yeah, right? In goes the cheese. My daughter, by the way, was reaching up to grab the cheese, which is not great because everyone else grabs it. Obviously, you know, when there's grated cheese on the counter, of course you're gonna go for the grated cheese. Like, it's impossible not to. It's like saying you cannot eat raw cookie dough if you see it there. I mean, I know some crazy people that will not eat cookie dough. Are you one of those crazy people? Please tell me that you eat cookie dough. I eat it. I love cookie dough. All right, so I just added in all of my cheese in here, so it is going to start thickening up really quick. And as soon as it's all dissolved, I'm gonna throw in the pasta, and then I'm gonna season it with some seasoning salt and some black pepper. Ooh. She sees all the steam coming from the pasta. Okay, I'm gonna add it in here. Uh-oh, I lost a guy. Oh well. All right, here we go. Just start mixing it in. And as it starts to thicken up, we'll see if I need to add any of that pasta water to just thin it out a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. But I definitely need to taste it. I know I need to add in some pepper and salt right now, and then add more if I need to. Some seasoning salt, black pepper. I like a lot of black pepper in my mac and cheese. I think it's just so yummy. Okay, I'm gonna let this chill here over low heat for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna come and taste it. And this is honestly the best part of making macaroni and cheese, is that you gotta taste it before you serve it to your family because you need to make sure it tastes good. No, the Percy water. All right, so while I'm waiting for my macaroni and cheese to thicken, I'm going to start working on the buns. This part's just super easy. I get these buns at Costco. It is so much cheaper to get them at Costco. I throw the whole package into the freezer, and I literally just pulled these out about maybe 30 minutes ago or something, and they've already defrosted. So what I'm gonna do is, I have this butter left out that I needed to use for the macaroni and cheese. I'm going to spread some butter on the buns and then toast them like in a skillet, so that because the meat mixture itself is still a little bit juicy, and so you don't want the bun to get super soggy. So you want to toast these buns. All right, so I'm gonna do that. And I need to double check my macaroni and cheese, and then my broccoli and my cauliflower timer is about to go off here in a second. It is pretty well thickened. It's gonna continue to thicken as it sits here waiting to be served, but for right now I'm gonna just give it a little taste test and see how it goes. So good, but it definitely needs some more salt and more pepper. I'm gonna add that to it, and I think it's pretty much done. Yummy. Oh, you wanna try some? Here goes my timer. Let's see. Uh-oh. They can use a few more minutes. A couple more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Ready? Oh. Oh, are you okay? Ah, ow. Well, how is it? Let me see. Oh, is it good? Oh, there's Percy. Percy just got groomed today. He definitely needed it, and he looks pretty darn good, and he has a cute little football bandana because it's the first official week of NFL, and I guess she liked it. It is gone. Yep, it's all gone. Good girl. All right, so this is thickened up very nicely, but because I'm not officially done with dinner yet, like getting the plates out or anything, it's gonna sit here for a little bit, but I do have the water right next to it, so if I need to de-thicken this a little bit, I'll just add in a little bit of that pasta water and heat it up a little bit more. But this is what it should look like as you go to serve it, and it looks phenomenal. Yes. And she keeps asking for more. I keep giving her a little bit more. Okay, here. Whoa, yes. All right, I just buttered some buns. Now, if your butter is still cold, you can obviously just drop it into the skillet, let it sizzle and melt, and then just kind of wrap the buns in the butter. But my butter was soft, so we're good to go. So I'm just gonna lay these down in here, and I just want to toast them lightly, not like super crazy. So I'm gonna turn the heat up and let those toast. So the main toppings on this, I don't even know what you call this. I'm just gonna it's called like a made right or a loose meat sandwich if you've ever watched Roseanne, or a tavern sandwich is what I usually call them. But I think this is more of like an elevated or upgraded even sloppy joe. So that's what I'm gonna be calling them because I don't know what else to call them. And loose meat sandwich doesn't sound that good, but anyway, besides the point. Usually on these types of sandwiches, it's not fancy at all. It's usually some cheese and some pickles and mustard. So those are all chopped up. And then, like I said, so just some cheese and some mustard are gonna go on these. Very, very simple and easy. And here's one of the toasted buns. See, I don't wanna like do anything super crazy, but just enough. So one is ready to go. And I'm gonna start buttering up another bun and toasting that as well. Also, by the way, you don't have to use brioche buns. You can use any type of bun, but brioche is just one of my favorite like breads, like for anything. These are so, so delicious. And really it is the best value if you get it at Costco. Start to assemble one so you see what I'm talking about here. So I'm gonna put some mustard, and you can definitely do mayo too, but we're just gonna do mustard. Then I'm gonna put the pickles right here, a bunch of pickles. And then I'm gonna put a slice of cheese, which you don't have to have the cheese, but obviously, you know, it's me. And then I put the cheese on top, and then I'm gonna put the meat on top of here, and then it'll start to melt the cheese. Yes, sirree. Let me be right back. Actually, before I put the meat on, I wanna show you what it looks like, because I told you that a lot of the juice will start to kind of evaporate, kind of soak up into the meat and whatnot. And you can tell that it is definitely done that. There's not much liquid in here anymore. So what I'm gonna do is just spoon some right on top, just like this. Oh yeah. Now guys, this is gonna be a little bit messy, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Okay, then I'm gonna put the bun top on just like that. And there you have it, an elevated or upgraded sloppy joe. So, so yummy. And for this last easy weeknight meal, I am going to be making some Cajun shrimp and rice. It is so easy. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients, and you can add a ton of different things to this, which is what I love about this dish. So I personally like to cook off my shrimp in the oven. I just feel like it has a less rubbery texture versus sauteing it in a skillet. I just think that the taste and texture is just a lot better. And then I pour some olive oil on top. I season it with salt and pepper, and then I add a good dose of Cajun seasoning. Into a skillet, I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I cut up 1 shallot and then some garlic. So you can add as much garlic as you like. I think I did 2 to 3 cloves because I really enjoy garlic. But shallots, I feel like make this dish even better because they're not as strong as an onion, but they're slightly sweeter. So definitely try a shallot if you've never tried one before. They're so good. So today I just kept this skillet dish very simple with just shrimp and rice, and then I did a side of broccoli. But what you could do is you can add a lot of different things into the skillet. So you can do like a shrimp and andouille sausage if you wanted to get another protein in there, or even like shrimp and chicken if you want to do that. Bell peppers would be fantastic. Cherry tomatoes, like halved cherry tomatoes would be so good. Zucchini, like anything that you have in your fridge would be great for this meal. All right, my friends, that is is it for today's video. I hope this gives you some new dinner inspiration. And if you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel on your way out. I would really appreciate your support. And we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.